Good morning, it is day 4. Today is Bonaire. So I'm outside on the swing this morning. Just enjoying the extreme heat. It's 90 degrees already this morning. It is only 6 o'clock and my lens is fogging terrible. But this is actually it's pretty nice out. A little cloudy. Very hot and humid. Let's go out here to see what's going on in the outside of this thing. Give me a second. Alright, we can see the island out here. Now that I've wiped away all the fog. We can see the island. Right there. There it is. Not as mountainous as the other ones have been, but that's Bonaire. They actually used to use that as like a prison. The other, what was I saying? Aruba. That's it. Or as our captain says, Taruba. There we go. But they used to use Bonaire as a prison for German soldiers in World War II. And it's a larger island. They actually have pink sand beaches. And they, I think their #1 export is sea salt. So, some interesting facts about it. Oh, it was also discovered twice. Yeah, twice. Once by the Spanish, and once by the Dutch. Now it's owned by the Dutch. So, that's a little information about Bonaire for you. I basically Googled that this morning. So, they have a salt factory where they dig up salt and dry it and ship it out all over the place. The water there is actually pink, but we're not looking for pink water. We're in the search of pink sand today. So, let's see if we can find it. We are officially in Bonaire. What is going on with my lens? Alright, it is known for coral reefs, sea turtles, and flamingos. Or probably flamingo dancing.
Bonaire's only significant export is salt, which is cultivated in shallow man-made ponds and salt beds. Significant souvenirs are Dutch cheese, chocolate, and miniature rustic cottages known as kanuku.
We need a kanuku. Let's go. Let's go find a kanuku. Over there. Alright, so we're going to snorkel later, but just looking around the water. This is just up on the shore.
What you seeing?
It's a bunch of urchin and stuff.
Which is the urchins?
The gray, right there.
Gray on the rocks?
Oh yeah, all those gray spots on the rocks there are urchins.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while you see a crab come up on the rocks over here.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, see there's one big one right there.
Come here, Eileen. Quick.
Oh, there's a little one.
You never saw it. It's a crab. We don't have them in the U.S. It's a crab. Walking on the rock. I agree.
Yeah. Crab.
See that rock right in front of me out there with the white pebbles on this side? There's a blue eel on there.
Yeah.
See, you come on. Oh, it's like a snake.
There's an eel under there. Huh. I wish it'd come back out. There's blue fish right there, it looks like.
Wow. Look at that blue fish. There's 2 of them.
Oh, yeah.
There's conch shells right there. Oh yeah.
Snorkeling's going to be amazing.
Yeah, snorkeling's going to be awesome.
Best snorkeling ever.
Yeah. So we found out that the pink sand beach eroded away about 15 years ago due to a storm.
Oh my goodness.
So There's some more blue tang. Right there in the water. It's beautiful. Wish I had a polarized lens on the front of this thing and you could see better. That'll be the next thing I get, polarized lens. But it was eroded away 15 years ago due to a storm that was coming through. Yeah, there's brain coral out there and everything. Storm went through, got rid of the beach. So Operation Pink Sand is a bust. So, but we will be snorkeling here later on, and we're gonna see some amazing stuff, I feel. So, looking forward to it. Look at all those parrotfish. Wow.
That is too stinking cool.
Yeah. They're chowing down right now on that coral. Wow. They're just beautiful. Rainbow colored tails and everything. Look at this, look at this one. That just flew in out of nowhere. They're stealing the food from the parrotfish.
Are they gonna do lifeboat drills?
Yeah. There's an iguana right there on the rock. Let's see if I can zoom in on him. He's a good looking guy. Let's see. Where's he at? I think he's just right there in front of me. And I can't see him on here. Where are you at, iguana? Just chilling on the rock, watching people.
Oh my goodness. This is
unfortunately, last night was an accident. A tourist just hit one of the widest lake mountains.
There we go.
Yeah, we got mountain lions, but I don't say, hey honey, look, bears, take a look.
There he is.
Yay!
Alright, we stopped briefly here at the yellow slave houses to check them out. They're the slaves' quarters for the slaves that worked on the salt mines, or in the salt beds. These little houses are tiny, and I couldn't imagine trying to fit 3 to 4 people inside, up to 6. But we'll take a look inside one. And this is where they kept all their personal belongings and slept. It is itty bitty. And one little window right there in the back. They say they fit 4 to 6 people in these things. Couldn't imagine being that close to people and just having that little stuff. Over here, off to this side, we can see the salt beds that they were working in. Off over here in the distance. You zoom in. Those are the salt beds that they worked in. This is the hut they slept in. There's a bunch of them here, you can see. Turn around, that's up us. Turning. It's all slave quarter huts. All of them held like 4 to 6 people. And that there was where they worked. Literally less than 100 feet from where they worked. They lived. That is rough. But it is fascinating looking at these. These are the yellow slave huts. There were actually white slave huts. Originally, when they were using, as they called them, red slaves, but Indian slaves. And then later on, throughout their time of salt production, they switched to African slaves. So, it's very much an interesting thing to see. I'm also here staring at the water. Here, let me try. See it behind me here? Look at that. That water is beautiful. And where you see the dark area up here, it's the dark area, that there's a drop off. You got land, and then it's just done. Drops off into the wild blue, and that's where people go to dive. This is actually one of the top diving spots in the world, Bonaire. So, we'll be snorkeling here a little bit later on. You'll see how that looks, because they have some impressive fish. We'll take one last look at these things. Climb back up on the bus. Actually find Mom and Dad. We'll take a look at this one here that I'm walking up to. So, that's interesting. Take one last look inside. As you can see here, there's some shelf right there where they can put their stuff. But they slept right there on the hard ground. No door, just a window, and no modern comforts. Well, not really any modern comforts at the time, because it was the time of slavery, at least here on this island. Oh, fun fact about this island, they speak 4 languages here too. So there's I forgot what the first one is. It starts with a P. It's a combination of Dutch and Spanish. They also speak Spanish, English, and Dutch here. So the people of Bonaire can speak 4 languages, which is craziness. I can barely speak one.
Alright, you don't know I'm recording this, but here is some
And I asked her, like,
cool stuff.
the building over there, it was other, that's where...
There's you and Mom and Dad walking around the slave houses.
Slave keeper.
And I learned a few cool things. I learned some cool things while you guys were walking around out there. I learned that the slaves were here for a long time, and then in 1863 they were freed, but they kept their jobs, and they were paid now to work at the salt mines. And I learned that the area over here, the water will stay blue because they don't produce salt there anymore. They'll leave it unproduced so that the flamingos can live there and eat the fish and the lobster that are in this water over here. So, good stuff.
We got conquered by different Europeans. So we got conquered by the Spanish, we got conquered by the Dutch, we got conquered by the Portuguese, we got conquered by the Spanish again, we got conquered by the British, and we got conquered again by the Dutch. That was a big, big fight. Alright? We got also British coming to the island, we got also conquered by the French people, so it was a lot of fight for this island. Let's say white slaves too. And we have the red slaves that were the Indians. So Bonaire had, or also Curacao, 3 types of slaves. We have red slave, we have white slave, and we have the black slave. These 3 slaves, they reunite together and they create a language. And the language, we know it today as a papiamento. We create that language, or they create that language, so they can communicate between them, and the owner couldn't understand what they were talking about. They were very clever guys.
So we stopped here at the Salt Flats here. It's owned by Carnival, which is a big food producer, but they actually collect the water from over here in the ocean area. And they transfer it over here and treat it, and it turns pink. It's mostly because the bacteria found in the water and the salt that turns the water pink. But as it starts to evaporate, it becomes more and more just so salt filled. You can actually probably float in that. Well, I can float in it pretty well. We're sitting on the top of it. You can see here behind me, it's very, very pink water. And eventually it'll just become all white with just salt. And they'll scrape it all up and you get that pile there of nothing but pure sea salt. So, it's a pretty big production out here that they do. That is all just salt. But I can feel my hands swelling up just thinking about it. Anyway, onward to the next destination we go. Alright, we found Cocoa Beach, where we are going to snorkel to the beach. Yeah. It's got a restaurant and a bar and all that stuff out here. So, get in the water and do some snorkeling. First, camera change. Here at Bonaire. We're heading back onto the ship. It's been a long day. We did snorkeling and some beach time. Toured the whole island, which was pretty cool. And I forget what the name of that tour group was, but they were great. But we got a shirt for smalls, and we're heading back on the ship now to shower, get ready for dinner.